Yes, Mr. Solicitor.
Yes. Let's.
Sir, we plan to wrap up with this case
I'll
today.
take not more than 20-25 minutes because we have been troubling your lordship since
No, but
two.
we want to wrap up today because we don't want to allow this to spill over. It's not good from the institutional perspective, also perspective of the students. There must be finality to this case. If you are ordering a retest, students must know that they have to start preparing for retest. If you are not ordering a retest, then they know that, well, now
we are not on the tenterhooks. That's because lakhs and lakhs of students are awaiting. Before I take your lordship, what has happened, what cannot be said in the status report also. But I'll say it as guardedly as possible. Lord, when the CBI tells your lordships in a status report that according to us, this is only two places where this incident happened, Lord, it is always preceded by the interrogation. Lord, interrogation, your lordships are aware, Lord, is an effective method where initially, Lord, they are separately interrogated. They say A, B, C, D, E points individually. Then they are confronted. They say A, B, C, D, E individually. Some of the students are also, my lord, interrogated. And eventually, my lord, based upon several factors, my lord, it is the conclusion that right now the beneficiary figure would not cross 115.
155, no?
55, sorry, 155.
Yes.
Now, kindly see, my lord, the way in which, my lord, these people operate. First, as my lord Justice Pardiwala very rightly observed, they are novices. My lord, they are not, my lord, in the game. They are not big players in the game, which is, my lord, proved from the fact that at least 10 to 15 pages of the paper they could not even burn fully. Otherwise, we would not have been anywhere. Without that, my lord, unburnt or half-burnt paper, we would have been nowhere. Second, their modus operandi is very clear: not to permit transmission to more than those who have already committed. They were taking charges. The charge is not a correct word, but the money was to be recovered in 3 tranches. First installment was paid, then second and third was by way of the post-dated checks.
Yes.
They did not transmit papers even to the solvers. The solvers were brought to the center, to the hotel, and we have, my lord, the hotel register is, my lord, recovered. They have given their identity proofs whenever, my lord, a person goes to a hotel. Everything is recovered. So their presence there on a particular day is established. They were called there. They also say that we were asked to keep our mobiles out, and they solved the papers, gave to one person who transmitted to them. So their modus operandi is, the entire thing, my lord, appears to be confined to this particular area, these two particular centers.
Yes.
And, my lord, we have been able to identify, my lord, several persons, several accused in the sense, my lord, I don't like the word accused also being used for the children, but beneficiaries. Well, none of them are getting admission anywhere, which leads to an inevitable conclusion.
Yes. 355.
We have been able to identify 35 odd. Others we are in the process.
You have able to identify how many students totally up to now?
32. They are not, my lord, they are not getting admission. The report says so, my lord.
The list of 1,08,000 or just overall in 23.5?
No, 23 point something. Most of them are not in the list of 1,08,000. Now, only thing that would happen is they would be debarred for future also, depending upon what need. This year, that is out of question. Lord, page 120, page 22, para 52 is the chart of some candidates identified then. This is the part of the first report. Lord, none of them are falling within this. Why I'm showing this. The purpose is to satisfy our lordships that the accused and our corroborated by our findings that they got only 2 hours to mug up the questions is reflected in the result they got. Whoever, my lord, is identified there are only 2 who have crossed 573 and 581. 570 is the 577. They've just managed to. Some of them have got 111. Please see, my lord, page 22. So maybe, my lord, the student was intrinsically good.
2 students crossed.
Pardon, my lord?
You said 2 students crossed 573.
My lord, if your lordships can come to page 22 of the first report, so that I may be, my lord, accurate. It for 3 students. My lord. This is what, my lord, as on that date we found, my lord, these beneficiaries.
Page 23.
Yes, my lord. 581, my lord, first is 581. I am not naming anyone. Then 531, 483, 300, 296, 185, 338, 573, 581. This is second, my lord, 581, who crosses 577. And that's it. There are only 2 who cross. Otherwise, 111, 431. So they got 2 hours.
Three, no? There's first one is 581, then there's one 573 and one 581.
577 is required, for being in the 1,08,000.
Right, sir. So 581, we have one candidate.
And 2 with 581.
Yes.
So, my lord, my respectful submission is that unlike, my lord, the judgment which your lordships have been, my lord, assisted with yesterday, please see, my lord, the judgment. Before I come to the next point, my lord, I'll come to the judgment a little later. But I'll just point out, my lord, one more fact. The students on this side, left side, my learned friends' clients, they are also ultimately children. Most of them like all of us, my lord, were misled by the fact that one telegram channel was showing that this is the question paper uploaded on 4th itself. Lordships would recall, my lord.
Yes.
Telegram, your lordships must be aware, it's like an app. It's like WhatsApp. Telegram, WhatsApp, there is some other also. Signal. It's like, my lord, a telegram is less used, but it's an app.
What about the Telegram thing?
Yes, my lord. That's very interesting, my lord, and how, my lord, we can use or abuse the digital format, my lord, for creating a havoc in the country. My lord, please take report number 3. Report number 3. But I can tell, my lord, first of all, orally to your lordships. I'll not explain, my lord, how we get this, because I can, my lord, give it in a for your lordship's consumption. But one of our officers, my lord, joined this group and got this, my lord. Anyway, we'll not go into that. Kindly come to page 10 of the 3rd report, and I'll demonstrate this, my lord. This was, your lordships have page 10.
Yes.
My lord Justice Mishra.
Yes.
Lord, this is the original version. It was uploaded, the question paper is uploaded on 6th of May, oblique 7th of May, in the night of 6th of May, my lord. They created the channel on March 6th, after the exam.
I'm sorry, May 6. And uploaded something on 7th.
The account itself was created on the 6th.
On 6th. Uploaded something on 7th. And they could manipulate to show
Uploading was on 7th, is it?
yes, Manoj. 001 hours, Manoj.
Where do you get that?
At the foot. 00.01. The last para, Manoj, just above the image, comprising 12 images that included question number 1 to 76 and 121 to 129. The uploading began at 1 a.m., 0.01 a.m. and concluded at 5 a.m. on May 7th. But if your lordship sees the screenshots at page 9, please come to page 9. No, not page 9, no, page 8, 7 and 8. It would show that it is uploaded on 4th of May.
And what is uploaded is the same question, is it?
Same.
But
Uploaded on 7th.
does it have the same serial number?
The serial number, that's my lord, another, we lordship put a very interesting question.
The serial number.
My lord, the serial number should have been here. That is also masked by the person who uploaded it on 7th. The question paper serial.
What is on the previous page, that
Yes.
screenshot on the previous page,
Yes.
that says May 4, right?
They say May 4. Lord, something which is uploaded on 7th in a channel created on 6th
Yes.
can be shown as having been uploaded on 4th, and we can demonstrate that. In this very case, if your lordship permits, I have the laptop. Because the students must know that
Let us see that.
if the DIG can, my lord,
Yes.
come and, my lord, explain to your lordships, my lord. He had explained this to me yesterday. And, my lord, your lordships can give me a piece of, not to me, I'm not, I'm technologically my lord, challenged. But otherwise, I can have a piece of paper today, upload in your lordship's presence and show it as having been uploaded 3 days later. It's that risky a technology. Shanti, go through peacefully and explain orally also. 7.
This, my lord, please come to second status report and the conclusions. Based upon your lordships have, my lord, seen the entire, all the three reports. I am not troubling your lordships with this, my lord, but your lordships would, my lord, with respect, my lord, agree that it is
A very scientific investigation, and based upon the interrogation of the accused and other antecedent facts, these are the two conclusions which will assist your lordships so far as the present purpose is concerned, my lord. At page 13, second report, conclusion number 113.7. No evidence has come on record that the solved paper was circulated in any form randomly. Except the 4 locations mentioned above, there is no evidence of any other location so far. The total number of candidates who got benefited from the stolen paper are around 155, around 30 in Patna, and around 125 in Hazaribagh. This is for the purpose of, my lord, segregation, that whether segregation is possible or not, my lord. Your lordships may also, my lord, be assisted by para 11 of the report, my lord, which is at page.
sorry.
But that may not be necessary, my lord. We have shown 2 figures, my lord. My lord, two pictures. Please, my lord, have a look at how the, right, you have shown that the position of the bag was different.
No, my lord, I can show, my lord, it was not shown by my lord, please come to page 11 of the second report. Page 11 of the second report. Well, just to show that this was done on 5th morning, apart from the CCTV footage we have, well, this is what the position of 2 trunks was in this particular institution. Image of the location of 2 trunks in the control room at OSS school at 7:53 a.m. on 5/5/24 when the front door was locked. This is image taken from the CCTV footage. Both are, my lord, connected to each other. Correct, my lords? Now, next page, my lords. Image of the 2 trunks at the control room of the OSS school at 1 p.m. on 5/5/24 when the officials went to open the 2 trunks before the examination. Both have changed their positions, my lord, and there is a tablecloth is also moved. My lord, this is to satisfy your lordships that this is the theft which happened between 8:02 to 9:23, because that is corroborated by the CCTV footage.
Yes.
Lord, just see, my lord, how your lordships have dealt with this, my lord. And I'll come to the last point. Lord, this judgment in case of Tanvi Sarwal
But your lordships, my lord, latest judgment of my lord, the Chief Justice, my lord, is there, where your lordships have discussed all the judgments, but my lord, only few of the paragraphs of this judgment. Here, the investigating agency came to a conclusion that the paper was leaked and paper travelled through several states. My lord, if your lordships can take this, my lord, 2015, volume 6 SCC, page 573.
I'll not read the entire report, my lord, which was placed before the court then, when this issue was decided. Some CBSE examinations, my lord, some 2 lakh odd students. Your lordships may kindly see page 587. Just giving my lord a flavor of what investigative report was before the court. Just below classitum D, after my lord the italics, the above mentioned 44 beneficiaries appeared in the examination at various centers spread across the country. Out of this, 15 candidates appeared at Siliguri, district Darjeeling, West Bengal, 11 in Rohtak, Haryana, 4 appeared at Ajmer, Rajasthan, 3 appeared at Delhi, 3 appeared at Jamshedpur, etc. Then para 6. That from the investigation conducted so far, it has been revealed beyond doubt that the network of this organized gang was spread across different parts of the country. Beneficiaries so and so and so and so were already arrested so and so. Thereafter, again, my lord, the court says, then kindly see at page similar, my lord, facts, my lord, where details are given that it was an all India scam as per the report of the investigation. Here, my lord, the report without any, my lord, reservation say that so far we have found that these are the only beneficiaries. Of course, my lord, if some new name surfaces, his result would be subject to the outcome. But the question, my lord, which is for your lordship's consideration is that based upon a mere apprehension, which is not based upon any concrete evidence, would your lordships consider compelling or rather requiring 23 lakh odd students, painting them with the same brush as if all are guilty?
Yes.
When, my lord, the investigation has categorically reported
Before your lordships, that we believe that this is at these 4 places. And that analysis is corroborated by the IIT report. But I don't wish to take your lordships to the IIT report, my lord. Would your lordships like to be assisted with that?
Not necessary.
Not necessary, my lord. It is also corroborated.
You have seen the IIT report.
Yes.
They have taken us.
It says the same, that the pattern is same. It's not an all India phenomena where there is any sudden spurge. And more particularly, my lord, the thing which convinces us, my lord, is that their modus operandi is very clear: to select people, go to them personally. Yes.
Understand one thing, is there any forensic evidence that the telegram paper was in the same form and pattern as the paper which was leaked out?
It must have been,
Just ask your,
you can answer that.
any forensic comparison of the two papers were made or not?
Where the paper which was posted on Telegram on 7th or 4th, leave it right now.
Leave the date,
Huh?
just the forensic.
Leave the date. Whether it was the same question paper which was used in this examination, that's the question, my lord. You're not-
Ah,
Not-
Not the same. Whether it was in the same pattern, that same font was used, same structure of the questions were there, or it was in a different format or different pattern. Questions may be the same.
I think, my lord, from the he can answer, my lord, directly, but my instructions were that while uploading it, The
No,
middle part
This
was,
question is being put for only one reason.
yes, my lords.
If it's a leaked out paper which has been posted on the Telegram, then matter ends. If it's an information which is independent of the leaked out paper, then it's a serious.
Correct, my lords. What has happened is,
So therefore, is there any forensic comparison of the two or not?
question paper comes to the candidate, my lord, in a logical.
Candidate would be getting from the same press. So the fonts and the pattern would be identical. The question numbers may vary, the answers may vary,
Yes, lord.
but the font and structure would be the same.
It is the same.
So the question which was there in the public domain as a leaked out paper, whether it matches with the one which is there on the Telegram. That is the question.
The question paper is of the question paper of this examination in the same font, I think. There is no,
Is there a report and examination of that or not?
no.
Whether any effort was done to that extent?
Any forensic report is there? Any telegraph contains the same font, this, that, and others. Is there any forensic report on that? Take it. There is none, my lord. We must take it, my lords. But otherwise, my lord, what yesterday, my lord, we will have to rule, absolutely. But otherwise, my lord, what I was told is that it is the same paper which was given by a student.
No, because you see, the telegram, which is the photograph of that paper is there on in your report.
Yes, my lord.
It doesn't matches with the one which is there in the case diary report. Not only in the font pattern, but also in the, as far as numbers are concerned.
Page 11. Page 11, my lords. Your lordships are comparing it with,
That booklet again, please,
which one?
which we handed it over, the answer sheet, sorry, the question paper.
The question paper. It's, is it again back? For your lordship sees that. After examination was over, some student
He
gives,
will be carrying the papers.
no, gives it to, either uploads himself or gives it to someone, and with a view to hide his identity
They must have masked the number.
number.
But whether the font pattern, the structure
Must be
pattern,
safe, must be,
that has to be forensically.
yeah,
examined.
yes, my lord, that should have been done, and we will do
Because the
that.
students retain the question paper after the.
They always retain, but they are supposed to give the OMR sheet back and take the paper out. Otherwise, my lord, it would be easy to trace the person, track the person. It may not match, my lord, because of the jumbling. But it may not match because of the series being different.
Yeah,
That would,
so that the questions are jumbled, the order is changed.
Yes, it may not match,
it
but
cannot be done by us. It has to be forensically done.
it's not certainly. It will be done, my lord, by today itself. It would be sent. I can make a statement.
Reports now, we get it.
My lord, my last submission, Lord, I respectfully rely upon your lord, my lord, the Chief Justice's judgment in 2021, volume 4, SCC 631. I'll not read.
2021.
Volume 4 SCC 631. This was also use of unfair means. My lords were pleased to, my lord, consider the case law on the subject and, my lord, observe at page para 56. And I would rely upon respectfully on the last part, but I'll read that para. The decision in railway recruitment, etc., all go to emphasize that a recruiting authority is entitled to take a bona fide view based on the material before it, that the entire process stand vitiated, as a result of which a fresh selection process should be initiated. The integrity of the selection process cannot be lightly disregarded by the High Court, substituting its own subjective opinion on the sufficiency of the material which has been taken into account by the decision-making authority. Undoubtedly, fairness to candidates who participate in the process is an important consideration. There may be situations where candidates who have indulged in irregularities can be identified, and it is then possible for the authority to segregate the tainted from the untainted candidates. Now, please note this, my lords were pleased to say this. On the other hand, there may be situations where the nature of the irregularities may be manifold and the number of candidates involved is of such a magnitude that it is impossible to precisely delineate or segregate the tainted from the untainted. A considered decision of the authority based on the material before it, taken bona fide, should not lightly be interfered in the exercise of powers of judicial review unless it stands vitiated on the grounds of unreasonableness or proportionality. And, my lord, the decision-making process, my lord, I have shown to your lordships, it matches pan-India. There is no spurge. It matches earlier year and the year before that. And even the investigation suggests a localized, identifiable irregularities, my lord. And therefore, your lordships may not, my lord, exercise the judicial review. That's the respectful submission. Last, my lord. Lord, last, the question, my lord, that wrong and right question. My lord, I have also received several mails from unknown people, and I don't wish to rely upon it, but the common thing, my lord, common thread which is coming is that there are old books which are available. The old books contain a wrong answer, but in the NCERT book.
But your instructions say that students must go by the latest edition, right?
No, my lord, the instruction says that, that in case of dispute, both the marks to be counted.
Guidelines, my lord. Give me the guidelines, sir. Yes, sir. My lord, page 70 of my affidavit in Vanshika Yadav.
Yeah, there's one correct answer here. How can we have, and you know, the thing is, option 2 and option 4, there may be a situation where the question is ambiguous and possibly both may be correct answers, logically speaking, in a given case, that you have 4 options. Option 2 may possibly be a correct answer. Option 4 may also is really the correct answer, but option 2 is also so ambiguously framed
that it may also be correct. In a given example, here, if you look at the answers, each of them excludes the other. Each of them excludes the other.
Let's see, I'm just making an attempt.
Let's just see that IIT director ka dega.
Lord, if your lordship sees the question, my lord, for a second, it's a trick question, my lord. I won't say, my lord, it's a ambiguous question. It's a trick question.
Yes.
Statement 1, I may not read. 2, again, I may not read.
Yes.
Now, see the question. In light of the above statements, choose the most appropriate answer from the options given below. No, not the correct answer. Which is the most appropriate? There, my lord,